What's going on, musicians? This is Corey Taylor from SkilledMusician.com. Thank y'all so much for checking out this video today. Now today's video is going to be on gospel piano endings. Like, what do you do at the end of a song? Do you just hold the one chord? What do you, okay, don't worry, I have you covered. I have 14 different endings I want to share with you. Yeah, 14 of them, ranging from basic to a little more advanced. I've even created MIDI files and sheet music, and I put the link in the description box below, so definitely check that out. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get started. Here's the first gospel ending. All right, so I'm gonna play it for you, and then we'll talk about it. That's just a beautiful ending. It's like the foundation for all other endings we'll kind of see going forward, but it's just a beautiful ending in and of itself. Okay, so let's break down what exactly is happening here. So we're in the key of C, right? So there's no flats, no sharps in the key signature. All right, now we start off with the octave Cs, right? And then we add the inner motion. So we add B in the left hand and G in the right hand, and then A and F, and then F and D, and then G and E. Let's break down why. So we start off with kind of the one chord, the home tonic, and then we do what I call adding tension. So where's the tension? Well, listen, you hear that? Or that's tension, it's this rub. So we start with the one chord and then add tension. And so in this case, it's a C major 7 chord. Why do we know that? Well, let's bring this G down and look at it. It looks like a C major 7, just missing the third. So, the next chord is, well, let's bring it down, figure it out. F, come down here, and let's move the C up here. So, it's just a regular old F major triad in first or second inversion, right? So, or you can just call it F major over C. Right? Now the next chord. Now what is that? Well, let's figure it out. Let's bring the D down. Let's bring the C up so we can kind of see everything. Now this looks like a D minor chord, which makes sense, but I'm going to theorize that it's not actually D minor. I believe that this chord is actually D minor 7 flat 5, or D half diminished, or another way to call it is F minor 6. Same notes, just different way of calling it. Why? Well, between this A of D minor and the A flat of D minor 7 flat 5, this A flat tends to pull more strongly to G. So when we're resolving it, because the next chord coming up is C major, it wants to resolve harder. So the pull is stronger with this versus, see, let me play this kind of with chords so you can kind of hear it, this whole ending. C major 7, F major. Now here's the F minor 6. I see how that pulls? All right, well, let's play it with D minor. Hear how it sounds. So C major 7, sorry, F major, then D minor. It's okay, but for me, the D minor 7 flat 5 or the F minor 6, however you want to call it, pulls harder. So I'm going to theorize that this chord in our template is D minor 7 flat 5 or F minor 6. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to refer to it more as F minor 6 to 1. It goes back to 1. Do you see that? So let's kind of see this template. So we have one, like a one chord basically, and then 1 major 7. So I'll call this 1 with tension. So 1, then 1 with tension, and then this is the 4 chord in C, which is F, and then 4 minor 6, and back to 1, right? So do you see the template? 1, 1 major 7, 4, 4 minor 6, back to 1. So that's the template. You hear me call these numbers, it's really, really important that you understand, so you have a good knowledge of your scales. All right, so let me explain the number system, or as was created, the Nashville number system. The number system is just a way of identifying chords really quickly based on their number. So if we look at the C major scale, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to 1. So if we give, excuse me, if we give each note a number, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and build a chord off of each note. So it's C, that's my 1 chord. That's my 2 chord, D minor. My 3 chord, E minor. My 4 chord, F major. My 5 chord, G major. My 6 chord, A minor. My 7th is B diminished. Okay, so when I'm referring to 1, 4, 5, I'm referring to these chords built off these scale degrees. Number 2. All right, so I'll play it for you. We're going to stay in the key of C. I'll do it again. All right, and you can see this is kind of similar to the last one. We start off with our outside notes again, and C major, right? And then we go down to this, well, let's see what it is. Let's bring this down. That's just a C diminished, right? So, and back. So this whole kind of tension and release, tension and release. Matter of fact, let me pause right there and say, listen, anytime you have an opportunity to add tension into your playing, take it. Music is about tension and release. There's this war going on. I don't want to say war, but there's this tension and release that's happening all the time that creates interest in the music. So whenever you can create tension and then resolve it, it's a beautiful thing. So, all right. So here we go. So to our C diminished, back to our C. And then we go back to our 1 with tension, 4 over 1, our 4 minor 6. But look at this. We go back to 4 over 1, or sorry, 4 chord F major, and we resolve it to 1. So we just kind of add a little extra, and then I could even kind of mess with it a little more. Did you see what I did? All right, so we're just kind of, at this point, kind of having fun with it. But kind of the principle remains. We have this kind of 1, then C diminished, going away, and then come right back to 1, and then we start our, okay? So that's ending number 2. Ending number 3. This ending, I actually heard the famed gospel keyboardist and producer Kevin Bond play it. And if you don't know who Kevin Bond is, he's kind of the father of the gospel, West Coast sound, modern playing. He's produced just about a ton of records in the 90s and 2000s. He really was producing everybody's record. He's a phenomenal musician, and I actually got a chance to hear him. And I heard him do this, and it kind of blew my mind for a moment. But let me just play it for you so you can hear it. And I'm going to stay in the key of C. One more time. Okay, well, what was different there? It looked a lot, well, very similar to what we've done before. Well, there's really one note that's changed from our initial first gospel ending. Well, it hasn't actually changed. One note was added, so watch. We start with our octave Cs, but now, instead of just adding B and G in the middle like we would normally do, we also add another C. So this has the effect of really pushing this sound like right up front in your ear. So it even makes the tension even more apparent. And then we resolve it. And then back to normal, right? So all right, there's one other thing I'm doing in this ending. If you watch right here, I'm doing a slow motion. This, it's kind of a twang, a gracing off from one note to the next. In gospel industry, they'll call it twanging, or from one note to the next. But simply a grace from the F to the G in this case. And you hear that in country music and gospel. That kind of moving from one note to the next, gracing. So you'll hear this. So let me play it again. I'll play it a little quicker. That's absolutely beautiful. All right, that's number 3. This one is our traditional gospel ending. All right, you hear it a lot in the traditional music. All right, so let's play it for you. We're going to be in the key of F. All right, here it is. All right, let's do it again. All right, so what was going on there? So in the key of F, we just started with our 1 chord, and you might have seen me play it kind of different ways. I might have rolled down here, I might have added the C there, I might have. So, but the idea is we're playing the 1 chord, and I'm actually adding the 9. So on this note, the 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in this case, it'd be G. Is kind of one of the safest notes to add to give a little more color, but not drastically change the overall sound. So if you're looking to add more notes to your chords and jazz them up a little bit, the 9 is a great one to add. Okay. All right, now we do this thing. Now, what is this? Right? All right, so there are a lot of ways to look at this, a ton of ways to analyze. But I'm going to go for the simple one. You got to remember, this is music theory, not music truth. So there are a lot of ways to analyze these things. So I'm going to stop on the last chord of the. So this is just simply a F7, or F dominant 7 basically. And this wants to propel you to the 4 chord. So I view the first 2 as just chromatic passes to get me to this chord, right? And then we go to our 4 chord, which is B flat in this case. And then, what is this chord? Well, it's our 4 minor 6, or 2 half diminished, 2 half diminished, 7. But I'll refer to as 4 minor 6. So there it is again, and then back to 1. So we see that the pattern is holding. We have 1, or, right? Just 1, however you play the 1 chord, and then to our 4, then 4 minor 6, and all right, cool. So that was number 4. So this is more of an ending I started hearing in the late 90s and 2000s when I first started playing gospel music I definitely heard it from Kevin Bond and a lot of the West Coast guys. So I'm going to be in the key of E flat. All right. And so let's play it. It's pretty sweet. Let's try it again. Okay, now what exactly was going on there? So the first chord is our one chord. Now, our second chord is our one with tension, right? Well, let's examine what it is. What is this? So we have the E flat and D flat in the left hand. So that's the 1 and flat 7. The third is G. The 13th is C. And F is the 9. So we have an E flat 9 with the 13th added, right? If you notice, I graced from the B flat to the C, so. Makes sense? All right, let's do it from top. And then we went to, all right. Now, what is this chord? Does anybody know? I'll give you a moment to guess what it is. Remember the template that we've been using. So we have one with tension. What should come next? Yeah, you got it. It's the 4 chord, which is A flat. I'm just not playing the A flat, but that's the chord. You see? So let's examine what it is. So we have E flat and C, which are the third and, or fifth and third going up. We have the 13th of A flat, which is the F, the 9, and the 5. So just simple A flat 6-9 chord. And then the next chord, we would expect, if it followed the template, we would expect the next chord to be A flat minor 6 or 4 minor 6. So let's see what happens. What do we do here? All right, so what is that? Let's examine it. So we have this kind of pass, melodic pass. Then let's examine the notes that we land on. So we have F, A flat. Let's move the F up right there. It's just our A flat minor 6. You see? And then we did to get back to 1. So let's play it all from the beginning. Oh, sorry. Let's play it again. If you notice, I keep changing how I'm playing it. There's subtle differences. Like this chord, the next chord right here, this 4 minor 6. I could keep my pinky on the E flat and move my thumb to B. So we have this. I could add a little more, or. So the key is just to get the pattern, and then you can start experimenting with different color tones, different notes you can add and take away. This is another one that I heard a lot when I first started playing in the late 90s. So I'll give it to you. We're going to stay in the key of E flat again. All right, let's do it again. All right, enough noodling. That rundown is just the E flat major pentatonic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. All right, cool. So just give that away. All right, so let's see what that was. First, we start with the 1 chord. So in E flat, it's E flat, right? And then we have this chromatic melodic move down, starting at G, going down, and then, whoa, what is this? What is that? Well, it's just a 1 with tension again. So it's E flat, D flat, so that's 1 on flat 7. Watch this. Flat 9, 3rd, 13, and flat 9 again. So it's just an E flat 13 with the flat 9, right? Which is just another tension chord, a tension 1. So, right, so there's our 1 tension. Going to our 4 major with the add 9, or 4 major, add 2, A flat major, add 2. And then our 4 minor 6, back to. So this is just another way to play the same idea. 1 with tension, 4, 4 minor 6, back to 1. Okay, so that was number 6. So going forward, we're going to start messing with the template of 1 with tension, 4, and 4 minor 6. We're going to start messing with it and see what comes up. So here is number 7 in the key of B flat. Right? Here it goes. All right, that was pretty cool. Let's try it again. All right, that was pretty cool. You see, we're starting to mess with it a little bit, some of the chords, but the idea is this. Okay, so let's break down what I was doing there. So the first chord, so we would expect in the key of B flat to play a 1 chord, right? But that's not what happens here. We get this sus. So suspended, so it's a B flat 13 sus. You see a sus meaning the 3rd has been suspended. So instead of playing the 3rd, it's up in the air, waiting to resolve. So we have our 1 sus. So it's not just regular 1, but 1 sus. But then what comes after it? I believe I played that 1 time. Well, what is this chord? Let's examine it. So we have a 1 in flat 7, so we know it's a B flat 7, flat 9, flat 5, and 1 or sharp 11. So 1, 7, flat 9, flat 5. That's just a simple alter chord. But it's in a nutshell, it's 1 with tension, just a different tension. And I did this kind of move, this kind of double neighbor tone, like encapsulating where I'm going. So I know I want to go to A flat, so I went up 2, and I approached it from above and then approached it from below. Just, I could have just went or. All right, so the point is, all right, so let's try it again from the top. So our B flat 13 sus, then our B flat 7 altered, and then we go to, what chord is this? This is kind of similar as the other key, one of the other ones we did where I wasn't actually playing the root of the chord. What chord is this? Remember the template, 1 with tension, 4. This is actually E flat. This is E flat 6, 9. And then, well, this is another one where I'm not actually playing the root. But this chord is our 4 minor 6. I actually added the 9 there, so if I add the root there, right? So let's try it. It's still our 4 minor 6. We just added some more color tones, and I can get back to the just simple 4 minor 6, and then back to 1. All right, so try it again. Okay, and you see me playing these differently because I want you to get the concept. You can play it verbatim as how I'm playing it, but the point is, I want you to get the concept of what I'm doing. All right, let's see if I can play it any more other ways. I think I just did one. What is that? Instead of just playing this, I added the G in there, which is the 13th for B flat. So it's just a simple B flat 7 with a whole bunch of alterations and additions. So flat 9, flat 5, add the 13th, right? So, there. We did this grace thing here. So guitar E flat 6 9, and then one time I did this. Right? And to get to our E flat minor 6, I did this kind of walk up. I know I want to play this to get to my E flat minor 6, but I just kind of preceded it by 2 half steps, and then back to 1. All right. So the point is, the idea is get the pattern, and then you can mess with it however you see fit, whatever sounds good to you. Okay, so that was number 7. This is one of my favorites, favorite endings I do often. Matter of fact, there's a video of Mike Bereal doing this very same ending or something very similar. I'll put it in the description box, or I'll link to it in the description box so you can check it out. Definitely check it out. All right, so let me play it for you, and then we'll explain it. So we're going to be in the key of E. All right, and that run is just simply E major pentatonic. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. All right, cool. So let's explain it. Let's do it, and then we'll explain it. Here it is. All right, let's do it again. All right, now what was that first chord? Well, in this case, we would expect to play 1 major and then go to a tension chord, some tension, and then the 4. But in this case, we went right to the tension chord, which in this case is the E7. We have flat 9, there's a 3, there's the 13. So we can say E13 with a flat 9. And then this is our A major 9 over E. And then back to our 4 minor 6 with this melodic move I just enjoy doing. Right? So that kind of holds, it still holds to our template. We're just kind of messing with it a little bit. One with tension first. Then we go to our 4, then our 4 minor 6, back to 1. Okay, and again, like I said, you can mess with these. Let's just try messing with it for fun for a moment. All right, let me see if I can remember what I did, but 1 with tension. I changed the tension. We had this tension, but I like this one, which is our E9 with the 13 added. Then we went to our A, but let's I decided to invert it. Let's just do a regular A major 7 with a drop 2 voicing, and then A minor, A minor 6. You see it? And then back to 1. So we'll do that one again. All right. Do it again. All right, if you see the notes, the names of the chords on the screen, some of them aren't correct because I'm playing a lot of these. In our context, this is actually A minor, but it might say C major 7 or something different. So that's, you'll see me sometimes kind of give you the root, but if I was playing, you know, I might not play the root for all of them. So. All right, and that still holds to our template. It still holds true to our template. We have a 1, 1. Well, in this case, we skipped a 1. We just went right to a 1 with tension. We changed the tension, so it's 1 with tension plus another 1 with tension. All right, then a 4, another 4, and then 4 minor. So I did A major 9, and then A minor 9, then A minor 6, back to 1. So the point is, you can mess with these all you want, but just get the idea. And I'm gonna put a link to that Mike Bereal video because he does an amazing job. He's actually in the key of A flat, if I remember correctly. But check his video out too. All right, so this is the ending that was really popular when I first started playing, and it's actually still popular today. So we're gonna do it in the key of D flat. So I'll play it for you. But D flat, right? D flat. Whoop. So here it is. Oh, pretty cool. Let's try it again. All right, cool. So let's break down what's happening here. So we start again with our 1 chord, and again, you can play this 1 chord however you want. You know, you see my left hand, I'm kind of rolling it up, or you can just kind of land on it. But here's where it gets interesting. So we would expect, if it keeps to the pattern, that we start with the 1 chord, and that's what happens. We start with the 1 chord, and normally we'd expect 1 with tension. Well, it's still kind of, it's 1 with some weird kind of tension, I guess. So let's break down what that is. So we do this melodic move up, 1, 2, 3, 5, and then we go to the sharp 11, which is G, but we actually harmonize it. So make it an E flat major over the D flat we're holding in our left hand. So, and I actually played this between my 2 hands. So, and we just inverted the chord down. You see it? All right. So okay. So if it holds to the pattern, we would expect to go to maybe 4 next, and then go to 4 minor 6. But actually, it goes right to the 4 minor 6, and then resolves back to 1. So. You see? All right, so that's number 9. All right, this is an ending I enjoy playing. And it turned out that I was playing it one day, and one of my buddies said, "Hey, Corey, that's a R&B ending. Like, I mean, it's an R&B song." Like, I said, I did not know that. But if you know, that's a quick trivia. If you know what this song this is, put it in the description box below. You'll get bonus points. All right, so I'm gonna do it in the key of B. All right, here we go. Here it is. Let's do it again. One more time. Okay. All right, so let's break down what's happening there. And does it still hold true to our template of one with tension, then 4 minor 6, back to 1? So let's see if it holds true to it. All right, so we start off with just our octave beats, which will function as our 1. Oh, wait a minute, this is a departure. We go to this, looks like a B flat diminished, right? B flat diminished 7. And then, oh, wait a second. That's our B7. That's a B7. That's 1 with tension. So here's what I believe happened here. We have 1. Then we have a passing chord to get us to our 1 with tension. Normally we've been going 1 with tension, right? But now we have a passing chord. All right, now what comes next? So we go to our 4 chord. We have this melodic move on top. You see it? We're on our 4 chord, and then which is just our 4 minor 6 or E minor 6. With this little melodic move. And then, and this is a classic like Amen, but so just 4 1. Just thrown on it in. You could have went straight to 1. So I'll play it again. You see it? One more time. Okay, so that's number 10. Alain Merville, who's an unbelievable musician, posted a video of him practicing, and I heard him do an ending that was actually very similar to the one we just did. So I'm gonna post a link to that video in the description box below. Definitely check him out. He's an unbelievable musician. So let me play for you his ending, and I'm gonna do it in the same key of B, so you can see the differences. Here it is. I'll do it again. One more time. Oh, sorry, let's try it again. All right, so let's break down what's happening here. So we have, now he proceeds it as ba ba da ba ba da. So we have our regular B, which is just 1, our B major 7, now it becomes B major 9, so we're adding tension, B7, wow. So we go, add tension, add tension, add more tension. So we go from 1 to a little bit of tension to more tension. And then here's our 4 chord, or E. If I put it down here, it might say it in the chord description. But sorry, E, I just have B in the bass. Do you see it? There's our 4 minor 6. And he does this. It's kind of. So I played it there. All right. So that's number 11. So this ending is a friend of mine, Carma Reese, here from Atlanta, Georgia. She actually taught this to me. She's a phenomenal musician. If you haven't heard of her, check her out. Carma Reese with a C, Carma Reese. Let me play it for you. I'm doing the key of G, right? So G has one sharp, F sharp. All right, here it is. I'll do it again. One more time. All right, cool. So let's talk about that ending. Did it hold true to the template, to the pattern? All right, let's see if it did. So we have a 1, 1, 7, 4. We have this passing chord to take us back to 1, this diminished chord, F sharp diminished, or you can look at it as D7 flat 9 to get us back to 1. Then we're going to go wrap around again. 1 with tension. Here's our 4 chord and our 4 minor 6. All right, so there it is. All right, cool. So that was number 12. So these are, so I'm gonna give you 2 versions of this one. These are 2 that I enjoy playing a lot. And they're very, very similar, so I'm gonna include them in the same group. Okay, here it is. So we're gonna be in the key of A flat. So in the gospel world, A flat is considered the anthem key, all right? So here it is. Try it again. All right, cool. So this first chord, so generally if we're in the key of A flat, we'd expect, if it holds true to the pattern, we'd expect 1 chord, just A flat. That's not what we get though. We get this A flat major, A flat diminished major 7, which is, and actually I played a kind of a melodic move to get us, right? So this is kind of this 1 with tension. So we skipped through just 1 regular. We went right to a 1 with some sort of tension, and then we added more tension, or changed the tension to just kind of a A flat altered type chord. So let's examine it. So we have the flat 7, the 1, the flat 9, the 3, flat 5, 13th, and 1. So at this point, we just call it altered chord. So when the alterations get so much, all the extra notes you're adding, we just go to altered chord. So here it is. So, all right. And then what's this next chord? Can you tell? It's actually our 4 chord. So we go from 1 with tension to this dominant 1 with tension. So 1, 7, 2, 4. Now I play the bass down here. You hear it? Then, and there's our 4 minor 6. And back to 1. All right, cool. Cool. So, all right, cool. So that was number 13, A. So it's the same idea as 13A. It's just we're changing the melodic note, maybe adding a little more. Here it is. So. Right? So I'll do it again. So that's the chord that really sets it apart. So let's talk about like first chord. So it's just a simple A flat diminished, right? With the major 7th and the 9 added, right? That's all it is. So you see it? So A flat diminished with the major 7th and the 9th added. And then we go to our A flat 7, flat 9, sorry, A flat 13, the flat 9 and flat 5. And then our D flat, our 4 chord, then our 4 minor 6. And all I did there was I played the 4 minor 6, and then passing chord, so diminish, get to another, just an inverted version of the 4 minor 6. I could keep doing that, inverted, so passing, inversion, right? Okay, so let me play it one more time. All right, cool. So that's 13, all of 13. And then 14, here's number 14. So this is a Corey special, something you might hear me play on a Sunday. Maybe not exactly like this, but similar to it. So let's give it a try. All right, let's try it again. One more time. One more time. Now that was a good bit right there. So let's kind of break down what exactly was going on there. All right, so I just started. There's a rule that says any chord can be preceded by its fifth. So the first chord we normally expect to start, if I'm in the key of C, start with C. But I started with the 5. I said 5, 1. So just kind of get it kick started. Now here we are. This is just a C major 7, inverted, but just C major 7. So 1. So we have our 1 with tension. We have C. So this is more tension. So we take the major 7th and add this suspended 2, kind of, so you don't see a 3 here. And this kind of have the kind of passing B to. Now this is F major 9. So we went 1, so here's 5, 1, get it started. 1 with tension, more tension, 4, here's our 4. Now, I just inverted the 4, so this is F major 7, still. This is still F major 7 if I put, it's still F major, well actually it's F major 9, excuse me. Just invert it. And then, I came to this diminish, this C sharp diminish. And all it is C sharp diminished 7. It's just a passing to get me to the 4 minor 6, which is F minor 6. Or, of course, it can be called D minor 7 flat 5. So you might see D minor 7 flat 5 there. Now, what is all that? So F minor 6 or D minor 7 flat 5. Now, do a diminished pass. So C sharp diminished again. I just inverted down. So it's still F minor 6. I just have inverted it down. Another diminished pass. F minor 6 again. Diminished pass. F minor 6 again. Diminished pass. F minor 6. and then I ended at C. Does that make sense? Try it again. So, this is elongated, but it still holds true to our template, which was one with tension. We had an extra one with tension. 4, and we just inverted 4, 4, 4, pass to get us to 4 minor 6. And we're doing this whole bunch of 4 minor 6s, and then back to 1. So in essence, it kind of basically holds true to our theory or hypothesis about these endings having the same kind of 1, then 1 with tension, and then 4, and then 4 minor 6 back to 1. And so you can kind of see the pattern, and you're free to kind of mess with these however you want. Let's say I want to, before the 1, I want to, and then go to 1. I'm just taking the same ideas and just kind of messing with them now. Bonus. Okay, if those weren't enough, I have still one more for you. And this is one of my specials. It's one that I do often. You'll hear me play it. Matter of fact, I actually did a video that I posted on YouTube. I'll link it in the description box where I actually play this ending as part of a song that I played for one of my friends that are in my mentee group. So let me demonstrate it for you. I'm gonna be in the key of C, right? So here's the ending. I'll do it again. All right. So what exactly is it? So we start with this little run, and I'm going, but I'm holding C, and I go to G minor, and then C. Then I do the same thing a whole step down. Then I end. All right, so the question is, Corey, you've been talking about this pattern, this 1 with tension, 4 minor 6, back to 1. Well, does this hold to it? Loosely. So let's examine it. It's loosely holding to it. So we started with, this is kind of, so that's kind of like 1. Loosely, all right, and then we go to G minor. Now, where does that come in? Well, G minor is there's a concept that says 2 and 5 are the same. So in the key of F, 2 is G, 5 is C, C7. So G minor, C7. So I could say that this G minor is functioning, taking the place of the C7 or the 1 with tension. So we have 1. And it's G minor, which is taking the place of the 1 with tension. We go to the 4, and then we go to 1 for a moment. And this, I guess this 1 is acting as a passing chord. And then we go to 4 minor right there, 4 minor. And we end on B flat. Well, and it's the same idea. So F minor and B flat, there's a concept that says 2 and 5 are the same. So F minor and B flat are the same. So this is kind of like my 4 minor 6, and then back to 1. So okay, loosely does it hold. But the pattern is such that you can kind of adjust it and mess with it a little bit, and you'll do some amazing endings. So let me play this one more time because I really enjoy this one. Wow, that was a lot of material we covered, and hopefully you found at least one thing you can use to enhance your playing. Now, please don't forget, in the description box below, I have links to sheet music and MIDI files, so definitely go check those. They're a great resource. Also, thumbs up this video, share it with everybody. How many bodies? Everybody. And hit the subscribe button wherever it is. It's somewhere around here. And lastly, please post your ideas for new videos in the comment section below. I am making new videos every day and would love to make the videos you want to see. So definitely post your ideas in the comment section below, and I will try to make those videos as soon as possible. All right, again, my name is Corey Taylor from skillmusician.com, where we're helping musicians improve. So hopefully this video has helped you improve. So thank you so much, and until the next one, be blessed.